Good afternoon, Rowena.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Okay, Rowena, can you tell me about yourself?
I'm Rowena Reyes Flores, happily married, high school graduate, and have three kids.
Okay, I have a few questions for you to answer, so let's start.
Yes, ma'am.
Why do you want to work as a maid?
I want to work as a maid because I want to help my husband and provide the things all need of my kids.
Why you choose Malaysia when there is a lot of other country?
I choose Malaysia because I know that Asia's country is most is spoken in English. I'm not hard to adjust with their dialect.
How are you qualified for this job?
I'm qualified for this job because I know that I can do it and I have experience on my own house.
May I know what your educational level is?
I'm only a high school graduate, mom.
Okay, high school graduate. What was your recent working experience?
I do 2 months uh, laundry and 1 month cook.
Okay, you work as a cook.
So, yes, mom.
Okay, have you worked abroad before?
No, ma'am.
Do you have experience of taking care of baby?
Yes, mom.
And whose baby are you taking care of?
Yes, ma'am.
Whose baby are you taking care of?
My kids, mom.
Of course, okay. How about elderly?
No, I have no experience, ma'am.
Do you have any other special skills?
Yes, ma'am. Gardening, cooking, sewing.
Okay. Are you willing to learn new skills?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you willing to work with a family where the mother-in-laws or any relatives stay together?
Yes, ma'am.
Currently, are you still working now?
No, ma'am.
Do you know how to cook?
Yes, ma'am.
What sort of food can you cook?
A bit Indian food, some, and Filipino food.
Okay.
Willing
Yeah, again?
and to learn to cook other food.
Okay. Are you aware that you will have to do washing, cleaning, ironing, and cooking?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, from all the house chores that I mentioned to you, which do you like most?
Cooking.
Okay, so all is okay for you.
Yes, ma'am.
If ever you will come to work in Malaysia, who will take care of your kids?
My husband and my mother-in-law.
You are not allowed to use handphone during working hours.
Yes, ma'am.
You are only allowed to use handphone after you finish all the works and when going to bed.
Yes, ma'am.
You are strictly needed to surrender the handphone to your employer in the morning and your employer will return back to you once you're going to bed.
Yes, ma'am.
If ever your employer finds out that you're abusing of using your handphone and it's affected your work performance, your employer will confiscate your handphone and you are not allowed to hold it anymore.
Yes, ma'am.
Instead, your employer will allow you to call to your family 3 times in a month. You only allowed to bring normal phone and you are not allowed to bring smartphone. Are you agreed for the terms and condition?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you agreed to the rules and regulation for the handphone?
Yes, ma'am.
How many years is the contract as you agreed and understands?
2 years, ma'am.
Can you describe for me your attitude?
My attitude is hardworking, trustworthy, disciplined, and I have initiative and patience.
How can you assure to us that you will work hard in Malaysia?
I can assure you that I can hard work in Malaysia because this is the only thing I focus going into Malaysia.
Can you promise not to use the telephone without the permission of your employer?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you promise not to put on makeup but to dress properly while work?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you promise not to invite friends and relatives without the consent of your employer?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you promise not to invite friends and relatives without the consent of your employer again?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, can you promise not to ask for advance salary from your employer under any circumstances?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you really understand of the rules and regulation of our agency?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you pay any placement fee for you to come to Malaysia to work as a maid?
No, ma'am.
Do you have any history of sickness, breast cancer, or any other illness?
No, ma'am.
Do you suffer from any skin diseases, allergy, or physical defect?
No, ma'am.
Have you suffered from any serious illness?
No, ma'am.
Do you smoke?
No, ma'am.
Have you undergone any operation before?
Yes, ma'am.
What operation was that and when?
Cesarean with my three kids from 2004, 2006, and 2008.
Okay, so all is cesarean.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Are you medically fit or are you fit to work?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you in any medication right now?
No, ma'am.
Are you allergic with any food?
No, ma'am.
Are you prepared to work for the employer of different races?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you prepared to eat the type of food taken or given by your employer?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you afraid of being left alone in the house?
No, ma'am.
Are you afraid of dogs or other pets?
No, ma'am.
Can you promise to work according to instruction from your employer?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any family members working in Malaysia?
No, ma'am.
Okay, Rowena, we have finished our question section. Let's go to case study. I have a
Yes, ma'am.
case study here for you and I want you to answer me truthfully. Upon arrival in Malaysia within 6 months only, if ever one of your family members passed away, what will you do?
I choose to stay and finish my contract, but my employer let me to go back to the Philippines to attend the burial of my family. I'll be thankful. But if they don't let me, I'll stay and finish my contract with them, and I need to respect whatever their decision is. And I will just send money for my family.
Okay, that's good. Okay. Again, tell us about yourself and why do you want to work in Malaysia as domestic helper?
I'm Rowena Reyes Flores, happily married, high school graduate, and have three kids. I want to work in Malaysia because I want to earn for my kids' studies and I want to help my husband.
Okay, if ever your employer is watching you right now, what do you want to tell them?
Hello, sir, ma'am. Uh, Thank you for watching my video and hopefully you can choose me. And I look forward working with you. It's a pleasure with me if you choose me.
Okay, thank you very much, Rowena. We will update to your agency if there is any selection made by the employer.
Thank you, ma'am.